If you're learning how to tattoo, I fully understand how tempting it is to start wanting to niche down straight away, choose certain styles of work that you like looking at, and they're the designs that you want to practice. I totally understand that, but there's almost like a ranking order to these styles. Which is the easiest styles to learn as a beginner? Which is going to benefit you in the most way with the limited skill set that you've got in those first few years? You haven't got the experience just yet. I'm going to categorize these in 4 different levels. Easiest, medium, hard, then the hardest. Let's keep things simple. So we'll start with easiest. We've got stick and poke, lettering basic fonts, and I mean super basic. Traditional American, and then last but not least, black work, solid fill. I'm going to explain a couple of these because they are all difficult in a certain level, but they're the easiest to learn. And when I say learn, I mean they're the easiest to do to a reasonable level. However, I'm going to use stick and poke as an example. You're just using the dots. So to learn those dots and get them to a decent level and in a safe fashion, it's a relatively easy thing to learn. However, same as swimming. It's easy to learn how to swim. It is very difficult to become an Olympic level athlete at swimming. So there's different levels of all these. I'm relating these to the complete beginner. Let me just clarify that straight away. You'd be able to learn stick and poke relatively easily, but it's going to take a long time to become very fucking good at it, where the world would recognize you as one of the best at stick and poke. The other one, traditional American, really good style for beginners. Bold lines, limited palettes if you're using colour, and the shading is quite blunt. It's not reliant on like realism as an example, which we'll get to later on. Them smooth blends, you can kind of get away with a little bit of that. So they're the easiest topics. If you're starting out and it's the first time ever, stick and poke, that's kind of in a rule of its own. Most people want to use a machine. The majority, 99.9% of the industry uses a machine. So we'll choose another one. So we've got the traditional American, we've got the black work solid fill. That's another one. So like blacking out an arm. In theory, it is a mega easy thing to learn. I can learn somebody how to pack colour. I've got a lesson in it on my full course. People grasp it straight away. It's an easy technique. However, same again. If your job, and I don't know why people would want to do it, because me personally, there's no artistic side. It's mind numbing, and I just won't be able to do the same thing all day without like a design to try and create. But if you're one of these artists and you think, right, I just want to black people's bodies out when people have got a load of shit on them, they're going, we've all seen it online, just getting black arms, whether you agree with it or not, whether you like it or not, is kind of irrelevant. The skill to do it, in theory, is super easy. But there's so many artists out there that do bad jobs of it, and it's quite a simple skill to learn. And I think they end up rushing it because it is just that boring to do. So if you're learning to tattoo, which style is it you want to actually learn? Let me know in comments. Next up, medium. So we've got neo-traditional, tribal, dot work, and then geometric. Now again, these are the next level up, so I'd class these as medium. However, like I said on the previous ones, although these are relatively easy to learn, any style is very difficult to become a master of. So dot work as an example, it's right at the beginning of my fundamentals course. Dot work is one of the things that I teach right at the beginning of the course, and I use it to teach people the theory and the understanding of shading. More dots in one area, that's going to be darker. More ink in one area, going to be darker. If you want a lighter area, less dots, less ink. The theory is super simple to understand, and it's really good for developing the skills and the understanding for later on. Once we're doing like round shaders, magnums, the principle is the exact same. So I put it right at the beginning of the course. Everybody loves those lessons because they grasp it straight away and can get really good results. But there is a huge gap. Please jump on your social media, be it Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, type in some dot work stuff. It is phenomenal the levels that some of these artists that specialise in that one thing do. But it is easy to get to a good standard relatively quick. The next one is neo-traditional. Again, to become like a master at this, it takes years and years and years. But to get to a really good level, you can do that relatively quick. It's bold, it's in your face, it's like solid line work again, same as the traditional. And it's full saturation. So that's why I'd put it kind of in the medium. all of these, again, like I've said, and I'll say it on every single one, because there's different levels. There's somebody that's good at something, and how easy is it to get good? Again, analogy swimming. It's easy to not drown. You can swim, but there's a huge gap then between somebody that can swim and an Olympic swimmer. Next up, we've got hard. Just quickly, for anybody learning, just starting out in tattooing, it's not about the designs that you choose, the style that you choose. It is about doing drills to learn the techniques, the methods, and the correct hand movements, and building that muscle memory to be able to do the skills required to do any style of tattoo. But I fully understand, look, we're artistic natured, we like visually representing ourselves in certain ways, and that's why it's so easy to get like drawn in and want to do the flash stuff from the very beginning. Next up, hard. Japanese full compositions, Chicano, and then ornamental. So these are harder to do. Chicano, there's got all the different line weights. Think of the previous styles that we've picked. Everything is quite bold, very similar. So the traditional, you typically just maybe get like a 9 or even sometimes like a 14 liner, and that's it. You do alt lines. Chicano starts, although they're quite simplistic, cartoony styles, a lot of them, they're relying on a totally different skill set. So for the complete beginner, it's a more difficult style to learn and to get good at in the shortest time possible. Japanese full compositions, this one kind of speaks for itself. There's so much skill to be very good at Japanese style. A lot of people look at it and say, they're that bold, it's almost like painting by numbers. I've heard some people say in comments. The skill required to even be good at that style is very, very difficult to get to. So that's why it's in the hard category. And last but not least, we've got the hardest, the cream of the crop. Not necessarily the best, just the hardest for a beginner to do. Let's have a look. We've got realism. So your portraits, anything realistic looking. We've got micro realism. A lot of dispute on this particular style. How small can you go? How small can you get that detail and still have it stand the test of time? That's the big question. Portraits, obviously realism again. Watercolor, so difficult to do. Biomechanical. So we'll touch on the portraits. There's a saying in tattoo industry, if you can do a portrait, you can do everything. I agree to some extent, but I also don't. I know so many artists that can do a portrait exceptionally well, but then give them a neo-trad design with bold colours, bright colours, jumping out at skin, they wouldn't know where to start. So that saying is kind of not true. The ability is there, but the colour theory, the other things, not necessarily. But it's the skills needed to do the portraits. I'm going to give you an example. Somebody's cheekbone. If you're doing a portrait and it's in black and grey, you have got to have the skill, the hand movement, and the technical ability to get very, very soft, smooth, consistent shading. That takes a long time to learn. There's a very few people out there that master it straight away. Almost it just comes to them. But for the majority, the biggest percentage of people, that skill to get it so smooth takes hours and hours and hours of drilling and learning and getting used to a client's skin, getting used to different weights of the machine, different strokes, different needle choices. What do you use on if somebody's got slightly thicker skin? Would you use a bigger gauge, like a 12 gauge rather than a 10? There's so much that goes into it to create that result. It's not just a, well, I can shade. You've got to do it to the next level to even be classed as good at portraits. Then there's the people that take it like miles beyond that, and it's like looking at a photograph. Again, there's different levels to this, like I said. One of the hardest things to learn, in my opinion, watercolour. To get a tattoo to look like a watercolour painting, when you look at it, and I've heard people say this in comments on YouTube, Facebook, I'd be able to do that. And I think, good luck. I wouldn't even attempt it, in all honesty. I'm not a massive colour tattoo artist. I used to do it when I first started, but I do black and grey. I look at these watercolour pieces out there that are done to a high level and think, wow. Not necessarily because of the way it looks, but I understand the methods, the techniques, and the ability that's gone into making it look like that. Because it's not a simple thing. To get something to look like it's got the darker edges, the theory is simple to understand, but the execution to get it done to such a high level takes years and years of experience. And like I've said multiple times, I dread to think the amount of hours just practicing that one skill. But if they're good at it, people will travel the world just to go to somebody that specializes in watercolor. And we've seen that time and time again. Like I say, you only have to jump on social media, find a watercolor expert. They're flooded because it looks nice. It looks like a painting on somebody's skin. So if you're thinking, right, I want to learn how to tattoo, do not jump into the designs. Do not try and focus on a niche. Do not try and specialize in a certain sort of style. You need to be learning, mastering the fundamentals of tattooing that apply to any of these styles that I've just listed. Like I said, and I've mentioned it a few times, I mentioned it in loads of videos, in fact, it is like learning how to swim. Get the fundamentals. Make sure you can jump in water and not die. Then it's about fine-tuning those things. Really developing that skill until you're an Olympic level athlete. That is the difference. But at the beginning, let's just get you so you don't die. If you want to learn how to tattoo in the simplest way possible, I've got a full online course that you can check out, and then choice is yours whether you join it or not. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found this video useful. Don't try the harder stuff before you master those fundamentals, and I'll see you at the next one.